AITA for refusing to share my inheritance with my dad and brother after discovering a family secret. My grandma, dad's mom, left me 27F, my dad's 52M, portion of her inheritance, but left him and my brother 30M, nothing. For context, me and my brother have never met my granddad. According to my dad, he and his father had a very toxic relationship. After my dad and my mom, 49F, met, they started dating at university, and they had my brother. My parents then got married, which made my granddad stop talking to my dad. A couple of years later had me, and we've been living happily ever after. After my granddad died, my dad began to spend more time with his mom. We got to also spend more time with her, and we even spent the Christmas holidays at their house. She was this sweet old lady who just loved us so much. Her energy was so electric and contagious. I won't lie when I say that Christmas as a teenager were my most cherished times. Sadly, my grandma passed away last year. After her funeral, I and my two aunties were called to speak to a lawyer. She died with a house worth more than £500,000, for context she lived near Oxford, to her name, and over £200,000 worth of cash and other heirlooms. When we went through the inheritance, the lawyer explained that she divided it into 3 equal parts. It was between her 2 daughters and me, who got my dad's share of the inheritance. She left her son nothing. When my dad found out, he protested and asked how was that possible, but I wasn't too concerned. During the proceedings, my grandma's lawyer, who was in charge of the inheritance, gave me a letter written by her a year ago. In this letter, to be read after her death, she explained that her husband, my granddad, had disowned my dad completely. This is because my dad is not my brother's actual father, as he's a child from a relationship my mom had previously. My dad met my mom when she was pregnant with my brother. My grandparents, my granddad, in particular, thought this was extremely weird. He did not approve of this and was vehemently against it. My dad didn't listen and married my mom a year after my brother was born, which prompted my granddad to excommunicate him for good. During the years, my grandma stayed in contact with my dad, but we, my brother and I, did not meet her until after my granddad died. The thing is, neither my brother nor I knew that my dad wasn't his biological father. A day later, my dad called me to discuss the inheritance, but I didn't want to meet him. He doesn't know that I know, and I don't know how to tell him I know. I haven't received any money yet, but based on this, I feel like I will not share it. My family are understandably calling me greedy, but I just don't really trust them anymore. This is already causing heavy division in my family, and now I feel like dropping this news will destroy my family completely. Should I just be truthful about the reasoning, or what should I do? Edit: I don't have any reservations about my brother not being my brother. If anything, I feel for him the most. I don't know how to break the news to him. However, it feels weird to have been lied to by my parents, and to that extent my grandma, for so long. I don't have any reservations about my brother not being my brother. If anything, I feel for him the most. I don't know how to break the news to him. However, it feels weird to have been lied to by my parents, and to that extent my grandma, for so long.